wants to use a Japanese mushroom instead of taking the thyroid hormones. And Mark is the doctor who wants to persuade Mike, his patient, to follow the guidelines, the gold standard in treatment, and to take thyroid hormones. So let's start. That's an MMI station for the medical school summer camp.
So, I don't think you should take your own recipe. I think you should be on medications, and the reason why is because whatever recipe you have, or the remedy or the tea that you have, it might have side effects that you don't want. Like you might, and how do you know if your recipe or the remedy, that tea, do you know how strong that is or how successful that can be? Because it might actually have an adverse effect, right?
Oh no, doctor. I actually, this remedy always works for members in my family and members in my family with similar conditions. They always take it, and it's been and it's this tea that that my family members would always drink, and it'll work almost immediately. And personally, I like it because it's 100% natural, and that is the only thing I trust. And since it's 100% natural and it works with my family members, I thought I would definitely give it a shot. I'm really not interested into taking any sort of medication right now, as I wouldn't trust that.
Well, I honestly, it might work with other people, but if that doesn't mean that it will work with you. Again, everyone is different, and if it works for other people once, that doesn't mean that's going to work permanently, and you might have the problem again with your thyroid. So what's good about the medication is the medication I'm going to give you. It's going to be a really specific medication to make sure that you don't suffer from your thyroid problem ever again, and you can take it with a certain quantity and a certain amount at a certain dosage at any time of day. So then we know that it's measured and it's safe. So we're making sure that you won't get the problem again, A, and that you'll get the most efficient treatment as fast as you can, because sometimes you might just be feeling a placebo effect where you think that it works just because like it worked on your family, or and in reality it probably didn't work, but you're telling yourself that it worked. But I can guarantee you that the medication I'm going to prescribe to you is actually going to work if you take it according to the way that I give it to you, with the quantities that I give you and the directions that I give you.
But
Do you want to try
doctor,
it out?
members in my family have tried it out, and of what I know is that from the medication you give me, I may have an allergic reaction or a unwanted reaction or side effects from the medication you give me, and therefore I
I think you cut off. Wait, you cut off for the
did
last
I
bit.
cut off?
Oh no, now it's good. Now it's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
No,
the Skype summer camp.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, I think honestly that it's really risky to go with this treatment that you said with the tea and the remedy, because if you're really worried about an allergic reaction, then you don't really know it. You won't know if the tea caused it or not. And like I said, if you do have an allergic reaction to the medication I'll give you, I'll probably just give you another strength, or probably a lower strength that your body can handle, or I'll probably give you a different medication with different side effects so that you don't have to face the side effect of the allergic reaction. And then and then once you get that, you'll be healed efficiently. And the point of that is that it's all measured, and that I know and I'm monitoring every single medication you take. But the problem with the tea is that it's not measured, and it might be risky, and you might suffer extra side effects that probably your family members didn't suffer.
Wow. So our candidate for medical school interview, Mike, did a great job. And thank you to the actor, his twin brother, Mark, okay, for giving him a hard time. So here we had an MMI station in which we were trying to persuade a patient who is not compliant with the treatment. And I want to reinforce what was good in Mike's answer. So usually you use the 5 level of persuasion to persuade the patient to be compliant. The first one is to show the benefits. So Mike showed the benefits. He said that it always works. There are evidence that the drug that he wants to give is good. The second level of persuasion is to show that if you are going to use something that is not standardized, the amounts is not known, and the effects are not known, you might end up with problems. So it's called the blackmailing. Okay, you are not blackmailing the
You
patient.
show the risk of taking that drug. Very good.
The third one, here you didn't do so much, because the third level is to try to persuade, actually acknowledge that the patient has some complaints, some concerns. You didn't show compassion. At some point, you were kind of like you wanted to show your point, but you didn't understand that you are partners in this. You have to be partners in the healthcare delivery, and to say, I understand your concern. I know that you are concerned about side effects, or maybe the cost of the medication, or maybe, but you have to follow.
And you have to tell him that you are in this together, and you take the patient to be part of the treatment development plan, and that your best interest is his best interest as well. So you make a common ground. It's called to make the common ground in the debate. And you start this from the beginning. So both of us are here today to try to find the best way to treat your thyroid problem. Once you do this, then you avoid any kind of personal conflict. So you show that you are together in the same thing.
The fourth level of persuasion, when you have a non-compliant patient, such as an actor station here in the MMI, would be that you are going to actually give a personal example, or a peer example. You are going to maybe mention that I had other patients like you who actually wanted to go for naturopathic treatments. However, we found difficult to manage their disease, and we have here a group of patients that you can discuss with them. And the last level that you can use, and you didn't need to use in your case, is to introduce another member of the healthcare team. For example, if your patient, you need to cut their leg and they don't want to have the leg cut to save their lives, you can introduce a surgeon and a physical rehab specialist who will come and explain that after they cut the leg, there will be a prosthetic limb, and that they can continue their lives, otherwise they will die.
Exactly.
Very, very good. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much.
Anybody has any comments
To
to
improve
improve
the
the performance of the two of them in the MMI? Did you guys like their debate?
Can I say something?
Yes.
I have an experience of something similar in real life with a doctor. So I like what Mike and Mark tried to do. Mark was very persistent of what he wanted to do, like what a kind of treatment he wanted to have. And that is a good thing. Also, Mike was really good on explaining the benefits as well. The only thing that I think maybe if not for improvement, but something to have in mind is like as a doctor, you need to have as well like an understanding of why the patient would like to have something that is not the traditional medicine, right? So, for example, in my case, when I went to a family practitioner, the doctor told me like, well, if you want to come back to our regular appointments with traditional medicine, that will be great because we can help you with your case. And it was for me that she said that to me, it was something that